Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of our Southern Vines franchise zoo. Today, we are going to start working on the habitat up here in this island that we built in this little river. Now, I'm very much hoping to finish it and not just start it this episode, but you never know. Stuff might pop off. We might decide to go really detailed with it. You never know. But yeah, that's what we'll be doing today. And first off, I think we need to get an idea of what size this island is. So I'm going to measure that out with some barriers, build up a habitat, just a really rough one around it so I can see the space of it. And then we can decide what kind of animals we want to get in here, whether it be, I don't know, a jaguar or koalas maybe capuchins. But we'll see. All right, so it looks like we have, as the clouds roll in, we have about 1,600 square meters of space on just the island alone, not taking into account if we want to get any aquatic creatures and how they can use the river around. So 1,600 is a whole bunch to work with. So if we go over here into the Zoopedia, what I am thinking, because I've got a couple ideas going around. Capuchins, I think, would be really fun to have on an island. They need a teeny tiny bit of space, no water. So that could be really cool. We could have, Capuchin Island up here. Or we could also do, as much as it would be awesome to have those guys because they are South American, I'm thinking that the koalas, even though they are from Australia, I'm thinking the koalas could be really cool. So we could only have up to 4 of them, which isn't a whole lot to fill this space. Which honestly I hadn't thought about before, because with it being such a large area, I want to have a decent amount of animals in here just so that the guests can see them and that we can so that we can see them running around. But the capuchins can have a big family, up to 40. So I'm thinking that capuchins are what we're going to do. I will absolutely get koalas in this zoo somewhere. I think I'm pretty sure that was the first animal that I had a request for forever ago. So I definitely do want to do that at some point. But I'm going to start laying out... Actually, hang on, let me see. So with the capuchins, they either need a grade 1 barrier or water that's 10 feet wide and 3.5 feet deep, which we might have. Like, I feel like we for sure have the 10 feet wide. Maybe not in this area, but we'll see. So I think I'm going to take care of some of the stuff that's popping up, and then I'll meet you in the Animal Trade Center, in just a second to see if we can get any of those cute little capuchins. All right, so we are back with some visibility. I had to deal with a couple jailbreak baby llamas who figured out a way out of their habitat. Sneaky little guys. But back to the point of this video. Oh, that's not what I need. We need animal trading. We need to see if there are any Colombian White-Faced Capuchin Monkeys for us to get our hands on. There are so many. Oh, only one female though. Hello. How is she? Is she okay? Stats wise, she is good enough. She's pretty decent. Let's see. So I think I think I saw on some of the notes for the update that's coming out on Tuesday, which I am so excited for, by the way, that they're changing the animal trading just a little bit to be more similar to how it is in offline mode. So I'm wondering if that will fix up the lagginess that you sometimes get, or that could just be my internet connection. I'm not sure because I am Etherneted in, so I don't know. But I'm curious to see what they mean by that. Oh, so none of these guys are super duper great, and all of the other ones who have really good stats are going for 5,000 credits from someone else's zoo, which we have that, but I didn't really want to. I don't really want to spend 5,000 credits on a single monkey. Oh, it's because they're leucistic. Ah, that would be why. Well, let's see. What do they like family-wise? Okay, so we can have multiple males, which is good, and definitely multiple females. Let's see. I mean, oh, we got a couple more. Awesome, let's get her. Oh, a failed? Oh, because I already have her. Alright, let's get this one as well. And this one, Violetta. Not great, but it's okay. Like I said, we want a bunch of animals running around this island. Let's go. There we go. So what's this guy? He's pretty decent. And this one, pretty good. Very good, actually, yeah. Longevity and fertility. That's what I look for. Because you want them to live a long time, and you want to be sure that you're gonna have babies. So let's just get a handful of these little guys. It's coming. Next one. Nauru. There it is. Okay. So, let's check this out. Oh, it's so painful. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get these guys moved in, and we can start working on their little home. Alright, so I've just laid out a pretty rough null barrier around everything. I kept it in the water. We're gonna get these monkeys in here and then see if they, if any of these areas of water or streams, wherever, whatever you want to say, is shallow enough and thin enough for them to get across. If so, we'll do some terrain editing or put some rocks in there. But we are going to need some of this barrier to be, well, that's a bit awkward, to be on this land so our keepers can get over and across. I do think I will probably have to pull this out a bit more so that I can actually get that barrier in here. And we'll move that a little bit. Okay, so we'll put this in here, and then we're gonna have to get... Ooh, this is gonna be difficult. We're gonna have to do a bit of a bridge, both with the path and then with some construction tools. So I think the easiest thing to cover... Ooh, actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Oh yeah, we don't actually need a path in here. We just need to make ourselves a little bridge. So let's see what kind of planks, like wooden planks or logs we have. Because we might be, like, what is this? Let me take a look, because it's gonna have to be... Oh, it's gonna have to be flooring. Yes, it is. Flat roofs and floors. Okay. Oh, we could do bamboo. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be perfect. And this one we can change the color of. We could have it be... ooh, we could have it be real pale, like it's been kind of like faded by the sun and like walked on and stuff. Maybe have it a bit... Yeah, you know, like dried bamboo, which... Let me place that in here. Is it the same color? Okay, it's not the same color. It is slightly different. Oh, no. Bring that back. There we go. I need this. So, we are going to have it... Let's see. Yeah, I think this is a good place for it right around here, but we are going to have to line it up with the the top of the land, I guess you could say. This camera is driving me crazy. Sometimes standard mode is a bit annoying and you just need free lock. Now, do you think that's too wide? I think it might be too wide, but I'm honestly not quite sure if we're gonna have to use a floor or not, an official like flooring piece. I would rather not have to mess around with doing it in a material that the keepers can't walk across, if that is a thing. So we're just gonna do it in floor and it'll be okay. It will be okay. And all right, and let's see, what we could do is select all of these and just rotate. Oh, you can only rotate that way. All right, well, that's okay. We'll... Ooh, no, I want to keep it in line with this land height, and then we'll just raise the one on the other. So let me fiddle around with this for just a hot second here. So we have the walking section of the bridge so far, at least. I did go through, got a little wild with the terrain modification, and gave this island some little hills, some little dips and valleys, just to make it look a bit more interesting. And I think the monkeys are gonna have fun on it once we get a bunch of climbing enrichment and all of that really fun stuff in here. Now for this bridge, it definitely needs supports. I don't know, I don't remember if they're called pillars or poles or whatever. It is beam. It's bamboo beam. All right. That's tiny, a little bit bigger. How thin do I want? Ooh, that's actually perfect. So let's change the color of it first. There we go. And yes, I would like to add this to the group. Thank you. Ooh, they're not part of their own group, but that's all right. That's all right. Okay, let's just put that guy in there. Get into this more detailed editing mode, and we want it to stick out a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, have one little knuckle raised up like that. I think that looks pretty cool. We could go like that so it's a bit even. And then we have to make sure that it is touching the ground. That's a fantastic sound. And then let's see. Let's just scoot it over and see what that looks like if we raise all of these up. What are we working with distance-wise? Actually, that's a pretty good distance between these two. And then just to get some variation, we'll twist it around. Let's see, let me click all three of these so that we can scoot them a little bit more towards us. Just like a little bit more. It's so hard to get to that, there it is. All right. So we'll have these on both sides of the bridge, probably up until this point, so it'll be in the solid land, just a little bit on all four corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say that that is a fairly cute looking little bridge. Once we get the capuchins in here, we'll take a look at what kind of foliage they like and really just blend this into the environment a bit more. Probably have some like vines or moss or whatever we can hanging off of this, connected to the poles. But let's let this run for a little bit so that our capuchins can pass their quarantine, and then we'll get these cute little guys in here. And here we are with some of our little capuchin monkeys. They are making their way across the bridge, which is really adorable. Look at their little curly cute tails. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, it's a good thing we went with these guys because this island is absolutely huge and we're gonna need a lot of animals for it to feel alive. Let's check out the transversable area. So they can absolutely escape 100% on this side of the river where the gate is, which I did expect. So we're gonna have to get, I don't know how we want to do this. I might just do rocks. That's a pretty good go-to. We'll leave this unpaused so we can get some more guys in here. First though, we can fix up their terrain and at least get it painted all nice and fresh. However, how do they want it? A whole bunch of long grass, but even more soil. We have way too much short grass, which is the opposite of what we normally have. So let's do some longer grass up on top of these hills. And then how about just sprinkled, smattered around, spattered about? Whoa. And then we can just lay in a whole bunch of soil. Which actually we should use the heavy soil around the edge where the water is, and that intensity needs to go way down. There we go. Yeah. Oh, and this actually reminds me that we never did paint underneath the water in the river, which we will do eventually. I might just do that off camera and show you guys the results. While I was waiting for the monkeys' quarantine to pass, I put in a staff pathway tunnel through this hill right over here. I just copied and pasted this staff-only rock from where we used it before, and I just have a path looping up here. There's a transformer in there. We'll come back and make that area pretty, maybe next episode, or maybe I'll do it on a live stream. That's a decent activity to do on a live stream. Let's get some more long grass. I do want it to look kind of like a little bit green, on the island. I don't really want just a big dirt island in the middle of this river that we made. But there we have it. I think that looks pretty all right. And then we'll get a whole bunch of plants and climbing enrichment in. But for right now, I'm going to lay down a whole bunch of rocks so that these little guys can't escape and terrorize the guests, because you know they would. Okay, we are all secure, all locked up. They cannot escape. That guy's standing up and being adorable. Yes, okay, perfect. Now, we get to move on to the fun stuff of building up their island. They have a whole island to work with. We gotta make it fun for them. I've got a whole bunch of protesters because they are not happy right now. And they were in boxes for a little bit and they didn't like that. But yeah, I'm gonna send you guys into a time lapse while I do some climbing enrichment, hard shelter, all of that stuff. So I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, everybody, we are back. I'm not sure yet whether that was a long time lapse for you, but it was certainly a long time lapse for me. That took many minutes. But let's check out the Capuchin's new digs. Let's see. Just turn off that menu, and then we can just take a little stroll along their island. I put in a water pipe just in case they couldn't reach the water anywhere. You never know, and I would rather not deal with dehydrated animals. So we could certainly put in more trees and bushes. Like, they will be happy with any amount of bushes and trees as long as it is a lot. But I'm not quite sure that I want to do that. I think this looks pretty cool as is. A bunch of different kinds of trees. Tried to mix it up a little bit more than I normally do. And I just had a lot of fun with it. I do really like using the blueprint climbing structures like this and that one over yonder. But then I also really like making these ladders myself and like just doing little things like this. Because I mean the blueprints that the game gives you are actually really great. And it just saves some time and some unnecessary fiddling. But this is what we ended up with. Yeah, I mean, we have 8 capuchins so far. We will eventually have more as they grow themselves. And I don't know. Yeah, so we have a rock wall here, which is kind of just sitting there, but I think it's all right. This is the staff path for access to that habitat, little transformer, which not only powers the capuchin habitat, but also powers this transport ride stop, which leaves us with only this one left to power, which I'm not gonna do quite yet. I do want to build this zoo out. So next episode, well, actually, before next episode, probably on a stream or off camera, you never know, I'm gonna loop this path up and around here so that the guests can walk up and see the capuchins, and then hopefully we're gonna start working on a new animal in the next episode that comes out. But I think that is all that I have for you today. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do. Always appreciated. And if you want to check me out on Twitch and hang out while I mess around in this zoo, or sometimes I do time scenarios, hit me up at twitch.tv/hotsnake, and I will see you all next episode.